It's time for another one of these. This time we're doing Tower of Inception. So, here we go. Again, gonna play legit until I lose my mind, and then I will begin. So anyway, this starts off pretty easy. There's really nothing to explain here. Just kinda gotta do the zip line. I recommend doing these first person as it's easier. Also have EDance2 copied. I can just type it back, so it doesn't really matter, but yeah. Stay close to the wall for that wrap. So this tower has like a billion long jumps, and whenever you get to a long jump like this, what you want to do, you want to like push yourself against the wall, turn a little bit in the direction you need to go. So like in this case, it's right. Jump in place once, and then do the long jump. That's what you can do for every, and if it's a long jump that's not against the wall, just jump in place and just do that. Just make sure for every long jump in place before you actually do it. You get more distance that way. Anyway, I forgot to explain. So two-step climb. You don't even have to do a two-step climb here. You can just do that if you really want to. These, you can hit your head on these. You can climb them if you want, but you don't have to. Long jump. For this, I like to go on the side, just climb across and jump off. Just like climbing that is really annoying. Okay. So this is just like walking simulator, just kind of watch your HP. Just hold W and D against these. It should be really simple. You really shouldn't struggle with that at all. Anyway, one outside. So this section is pretty tight. So what you want to do is you want to get to the side of the button here, hit it, and then immediately run off and start going. So there's a few little skips you can do here to make the timer way more lenient. So you can hop up here. This, none of them start up until like this upper section over here. But yeah, so when you get here, jump straight to the second one, and then you can jump straight up to the top one. You can just skip that bottom one entirely. Okay. Just gonna uncut right here because I won't really be able to do it during the time button, but I don't really know why I missed that. That was kind of silly, but whatever. Anyway, I guess I could just show you how to do this part again, since this is gonna be like no editing at all, because I'm too lazy. But either way, again, set the bottom one, go straight up here. Don't miss it this time. I don't even know which one I missed. It was like completely filler. Anyway, you can go to the corner one here. Same thing with this one. Go to the second one, do a head hitter, go forward, and that's pretty much it. You should finish with like 32 seconds left. Should be okay though. It's really not that hard. Okay, so this section. So we're coming up to like a softlock section over in here, but you can really easily skip it by just doing a wall hop like that. If you really wanted to, but for the sake of this, I'm gonna go do the section. The section sucks because you need to do it twice, and it's a soft lock if you fail it, though it is escapable. If you do fall, you can do a high jump onto this thing and two-step climb it. Or you can corner clip, or dance corner clip, whatever the heck you want to call it, out the corner if you really want to. Either one works. So, this section's pretty easy. I would honestly just do it. Do most of the things that are not against the wall. Not in shift lock. Alright, once you get here, jump down and hit the button. And you gotta do the section again. Which is really annoying. But, it is what it is. Anyway, this section. Again, the ones against the wall, you shift lock, and then the ones not against the wall, you don't use shift lock. Make your life way easier. You do not have to go as fast as I'm going right now. I'm just doing this for the sake of saving time. Okay. Not sure how I didn't fall on the soft lock there, but you know what? I guess I'm just awesome. I would have cut there, but Not really worth it. It takes like 20 seconds to get back. Okay. So that one I like to do in first person. So with this wall, like, it's as soon as you step out onto, like, this little thing right here, it'll deactivate, and that kind of, like, pushes you out. So what you want to do is you want to jump into it, so it doesn't deactivate yet, and then, like, slowly, like, inch yourself like this, and then, so it doesn't, like, push you out and, like, push you off. And you always have this wall hop right down there, if you really care enough. But, you know, if you really don't care enough to just have to do the section again. But yeah, pretty much that's that section. This, just push it up, and then go like that. Pushing, go like that. Go up here, hit the button, and then put yourself on Do Not Disturb on Discord, because you get messages from people. And then, yeah. So make sure you hit that button. This, I go like that. Make sure you align yourself on this stud like this. Again, jump in place before you do the long jump, like that. So this whole kill brick right here, anywhere you touch on this kill brick will deactivate that button over there. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to jump to it. Don't jump too late though, because you will hit it, and then don't jump. Just do it normally. You lose, make sure you jump late here so you don't hit the block on accident. Tightrope. Don't slip off of it. Please, please, please. Ah ha ha. That's really funny. Because I slipped off of it when I was asking to not slip off of it. Anyway, when you fail this section, you have to come back down here. And since I'm not doing the softlock section again, we are just gonna wall hop. So, back to here. Do the terror like a normal person this time. Don't rush it. It just makes your life harder, but I'm, like, stupid, so yeah. And it opens up this wall. And even if this wall is closed, you can wrap from this up to here, and you can wall hop around the frame to get over to here. I've done that a few times, but only do that if you're actually good at wall hops. Okay, this section. So this section's pretty fun. It's another section, it's like the softlock section on floor 1, where you need to do it twice. So you just come up here, you hit this button. Touching the kill bricks will make you lose your button, so don't do that. Just going. Nothing really to say about this, it's just do it. I like to do quarter studs in third person without shift lock, but that's just me. You really just gotta figure out which way's the most comfortable for you. Anyway, this is where the traps start appearing. So some of these, not collidable blocks. First one being that one over there. Don't step on that. Keep going this way. Keep going, keep going. Alright, second not collidable platform. The one to your right, you can just walk to the left and you can get on here. So, the bottom of this box right here is wall hoppable, so you could, if you want to skip the stupid tightrope section, you can wall hop here and go up to here. I've done that a few times before, but I mainly fail because I suck. But anyway, so this tightrope, you gotta do it 3 times. Forward, backward, forward. So what I like to do is I like to go into ghost mode and just walk across it, because it makes turning the corners way easier, in my opinion. So you just kind of go like this. Okay, how did I not fall there? I don't know. But, either way, keep going. The button, and then you go back one more time. And now you're good. Okay, so this will deactivate pretty much every single button you press. Once you pass the section that it deactivates, it'll reactivate once you pass it. Anyway, if you want to do a little skip, you can just go, and you can skip this whole, like, round the box section if you really wanted to. I should probably mention that I don't think any of these skip a checkpoint. I'm pretty sure I've used all these skips before and have beaten the tower and did not get kicked. Anyway, this section, this jump, use the wall to your advantage. Like, I like to go into the wall like this, turn a little bit to the left, push, and then jump out like that. I feel like the wall helps you not get head-hittered in a way. I don't really know how it works, but yeah. Just make sure you use the wall. You can also do it on the other side if it's more comfortable for you for some reason or whatever. I don't really know. Just try to use the wall there. And then we get back to nothingness. It's just really simple jumps that don't need to be explained in the slightest. Anyway, so for this jump, inch up to the edge and jump kinda try to jump late, because if you jumped, you can actually hit your head on this or like get stuck on it. My friend's done that a few times. So don't let that happen. For this jump, a lot of people get mad at this jump, but it's not that hard. Just like kind of tap D until you like stick yourself in like the corner right here, go back, and then jump up and just do it backwards. So you don't have to get like into that climbing animation stuff, or you don't have to deal with it. Just do that. Okay. More troll platforms. This one's a troll. Do not stand on it. Pick a path. Go to the small one, then go to the big one. Because this and this are not collidable. This bottom one is also not collidable. You have to jump to the top one. And then you're done with floor 3. But we're not done with troll platforms yet. So, now here, you gotta jump down to this big truss. And you can wall hop the frame here to skip the big truss climb. That's completely fine. But just for the sake of showing, jump down to this truss. Once you hit the truss, don't press anything. Just stand here like this, because there's a troll gap right here. I cannot tell you how many times people have fallen for that. They just held W and fell right through it. But yeah, once you deal with that, it's just a normal climb back up to floor 4. But there is another gap, and it's at the very top of the truss, right about here. And you just hit her up here. And you get some 1 studs, you climb across. This section's pretty easy. Kind of head hitter your way through it, and walk out onto like this 1 stud, or this half stud. I like to do these diagonally. I think it makes it way easier. Because like, you don't really risk climbing it, I guess. Alright, now we got a whole troll section right here. So, and we start off with, like, one of the hardest jumps in the whole tower. So what you gotta do, you gotta go on this half stud, and you get a long jump all the way here. That jump is so long. It is so long, and you'll probably fail it a billion times because it's a half stud, and aligning on it kind of sucks. But yeah, you do that, and you go left, and you go right, and you skip the last row. And that's how you do that section. There's a transparent or invisible whatever half stud right there. All of these two are not collidable. You go here, and there's like a transparent 1 stud right here. These are not collidable, so you gotta go here. I don't know if this bottom one's collidable or not, but I usually just like to climb that one like that. This one is not collidable, so go here. Another kind of maze section, but it's way easier. You go left, all the way right, stay to the right, and then go up here. Pretty easy. This wrap's kind of hard. Just make sure you set it up and don't get trolled by it. This whole section right here is a troll, so you gotta go left. This way. This one in the corner right here is not collidable, so you gotta jump straight to here. Out like that. And then you're on 5. 5 is not that hard. 5 is honestly pretty easy. So, actually, well, okay, it's either the easiest floor for you, or it's going to be the hardest floor. There's, like, kind of no in between. So what I do is I just, like, I head hit her across until I get to, like, the edge, and then I just hold W and D, and I just turn around the truss like that. And then I just keep doing, and then just, like, turn around and ghost mode, and then just first person over to the next truss. This is just how I do these trusses. And climb down, jump off for the last one. Flick across here. Across here. Pretty sure high jumping on this. Yeah, high jumping, that's possible if you don't want to do this section. But climb down like that. Make sure you tap up before doing the climbing thing. I mentioned that in the TOAM one. Always tap up before you climb down on something. Climb down here like that. And then you're up here. Jump into the gap. and go down here. So you get these like ice platforms-ish. They have like very, very slight ice property, but they're not ice. Like, you can see that you kind of slide on them, but you don't. You can really just treat these as normal platforms. They're not... They basically do nothing, but they just have the ice texture for whatever reason. Anyway, just treat them normally. Walk around this one stood thing if you're really cool and awesome like me. You don't have to, but, you know. Alright, now the troll section. Go all the way to the end here, and jump to the one down here. I almost missed that. Don't go this way, it's a troll. Go against these transparent one studs against the wall. And go up. Alright, and then you get these conveyors. So, these conveyors are pretty hard. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to land on the first one, and then you want to land for the back of the second one, and jump sideways like this, and like that. Makes that section a million times easier, because if you land too far forward, you don't get the distance, and then you cry yourself to sleep. So, this. So, these conveyors go forward, backwards, and forwards. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to inch yourself to the edge of this one, do a sideways head hitter, hold W until you get to the very edge, and as long as you're holding W, you won't fall off the second conveyor, and then just tap space and you'll jump and climb this one, and then this is a launch over to there. I'll show you, and I'll just demonstrate it. That's so you turn a little bit to the right to move yourself, and you just sideways head hitter, hold W, and you'll just stay on the edge like this, and then just tap space lightly. And like maybe you'll like head hitter there, but as long as you tap it lightly, you should just jump up and climb it. And then for this, just go like this and go like that. Yeah, it's not that hard to master. You just gotta like make sure you know what you're doing. Go to this half stud and then go here. But this half stud is not collidable. Don't go to this. You got a long jump here. And then we're here, so there's more troll platforms. This one stud's a troll, so go straight to the truss. This truss also has a gap in it, just like the 1 and 4 outside. About halfway up, like right here. Go here. Don't go to this one. Go to this one in the corner. Go here. Go here. Down here. Another trap truss. And then right after this one is another one. There's only one block of the actual truss here, so watch out for that. This whole truss right here is a troll, so go do one against the wall. These wall jumps are kind of hard, so just like be careful on them. Especially that one, that's a kind of a far jump. Just make sure you like stay against the wall. This truss is a trap, so you want to go all the way down here. And you go here. This one against the corner is a troll, so do these. And then you get... That's pretty much every troll, I'm pretty sure. There's one more, but it's later on. But I think that's pretty much every single trap on floor 5. Other than that one. But, now we get the quarter studs. So this, you just gotta figure out which way you like to do quarter studs. You like to do them in, like... You'd like to do them like that, that works too. Or just first person like that works too. Personally, I like to do them in just third person, being zoomed out. And for this one against the wall, since, you know, you kind of can't, I like to just go into first person, jump in place to see the stud, and then jump to it. I don't know if this bottom one's collidable or not. I just like to jump up to here. But yeah, you can just do that. Jump in place for this one, like that. I almost missed that. Anyway, yeah, you get half studs, a little break. Same thing here. Put this a little closer. And then you get quarter stud spam. So, I would say another general tip for quarter studs is when you land, take a second to make sure you're not climbing it, because if you go too fast, you may like climb like the edge of it and then like jump off immediately. That's happened to me multiple times. But anyway, so something I should mention about this is that they get like way close right here. Like the gaps become really small between them right around here. And then when you get around like the turn right here, they get longer. Like a little bit longer. Not like a ton, but like, as you can see, they definitely get longer. But they're not too bad. Jump straight to this one stud. And hit her up. And jump to the left. I think that's collidable, but that doesn't really matter when you can just jump on top of the frame. Alright, so there's one more trap block here. And it is right here. This middle one right here, out of these three, is not collidable, so just jump right over it. I have to do these diagonal as well. Wrap around. And now we're here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you can high jump on top of these if you really want to. If you fail this like roof section of 5, you can just high jump on top of these. There's only one spot where you're kind of screwed if you fail. But yeah, all of these are pretty long jumps. I'm not gonna need those. But yeah, all these are kind of long jumps, so definitely set them up. Make sure you jump in place before them. And this one in specific is really long because you're not going from top to bottom. You're just going from bottom to bottom, so it's way longer. This one's also pretty long. But yeah, if you fall here, you're kind of screwed, so just don't do that. I go across like that, and then bam. You're basically on 6 at this point, as long as you don't die on this thing, which I don't see how you would, but okay, floor 6. So now we're at the descending part of the tower, so now we gotta go down, and if you have followed the trend of quality that the tower has been so far, then you could probably tell that this entire second half is littered with softlocks. So, yeah. If you fail here, some of them are really easily escapable, aka, like, one of them, and then the rest are just not escapable. Like, your run's over if you fail them. Like, floor 7, I'm pretty... Well, actually, okay, there's a way you can get out of them, but you kind of lose a lot of progress. I'll cross that bridge when we get there. But, okay, anyway, this thing's not collidable, so don't go across it. You gotta take the long way around. Let's go. You just go across this. That. I'm just gonna use Heli for the sake of saving my HP. Go. Climb across the frame. You get a really nice view of Ring 4 here. I mean, okay, it's kind of a bad view because, like, a lot of towers are just kind of blocking everything. Not really looking at it from the side, you're kind of looking at it from the front. But, whatever. You do still get a pretty nice view, though. Anyway. Quarter studs. All of these are collidable. Pretty much just don't mess around with them. Just do them slowly, unlike what I'm doing. I'm doing them incredibly fast. You can jump straight to the end from here, but you can do this last quarter stud if you really want to. Okay, so tightrope. Just like on floor 3, I do the same thing. Just kind of walk in ghost mode because it's not like a super sharp turn. It does like kind of a lenient turn, which I really like. Instead of just like slipping off, like there's a good chance you'll just like climb it, which is really good for saving. But yeah, pretty simple. Tightrope. You just kind of go around a little spiral. This just... Okay, the roof's a little tall here, so just keep tapping W until you get into it. Like that. You can also shift lock sideways if you want to, but I don't really like to do that. Walk off onto this one stud. Jump late and climb that. Jump late and climb this. And go here. Those quarter studs are kind of hard. They're like kind of annoying in a way. The darker parts are not collidable on this, so just watch where you're jumping. Because, yeah, they get, like, small like this. So you just gotta, like, jump, do that. That. See, like, I fell into climbing there. Just go, like, into ghost mode, just, like, as a little check to make sure you didn't fall into climbing animation. That's what I'd recommend there. Alright, and floor 3. So this Soft lock is super easily escapable. If you fall, it's just a normal 11 stud high jump. You could do it. You could do it like right here or right over there. Doesn't really matter. You can do it on the inside on both of these two. Super easy soft lock to escape. But so this, you can either ride this all the way down and climb this, or you have to jump to the right side of the zip line and then jump up here. So it like when you swing left and then swing right when you get over to this, and you can jump up here. And you just kind of hold W here. This zipline's... Okay, that zipline's weird. Sometimes it'll, like, let you go kind of early, or you'll be swinging in a bad way, and then you won't make it. I don't know what has a better chance of working, this or this. It doesn't really matter. This is hardly even a soft lock either way. But... So, I wouldn't feel bad if you failed. Oh, see, that just didn't send me far enough. Like, I was holding W, it just didn't send me far enough. Anyway, you could just high jump up there and climb that. It really doesn't matter. Okay, here we go. Alright, I just like to hold W here and then just go against this wall to like pause for a minute to go before you go into 7. But if you do fail any of these floors, and if there's a way you can get into that corner over there, you can dance clip through that corner and land on the floor 4 truss. I know it doesn't save a ton, but it at least saves you from having to do 1 through 3 again, which is something, but whatever. Anyway, this is conveyors, so they just kind of go a little fast. Make sure you do that. Alright, 7. So 7 is not broken into layers like 6 was. 7 is just a whole big floor. So you see, so you have 6 layer 1, 6 layer 2, 6 layer 3. You just have all of 7 here. 8's broken into 3 layers, 8-1, 8-2, 8-3. 9 is broken into 2, 9-1, 9-2, and then 10's its whole floor as well. So, this kind of hurt you. If you have T-pose, you can probably use it, and you probably won't take that much damage. But yeah. It's not too hard, it's not too bad. Just make sure you don't die. Alright, so we get the 3 jumps of hell, I like to call them. Because these jumps will probably be the thing that ends my run here. Because they're kind of hard. But here's what you do. So, they're all really long jumps, so you just want to long jump here. And then, again, jump in place before you do them, and then just long jump. Push against the wall, and long jump, just like that. Those jumps are really hard. I didn't fail them, so I guess I'm lucky. But you gotta master the long jump timing for those, because you, unlike floor 1, where you can just have a billion attempts at it, you only really get 1 shot here before you have to go back really far. So, yeah. Anyway. Just, these are conveyors. They always oppose the direction that you're going, so just hold W and just try to climb the 1 studs. There's no real way of doing it. You kind of just like hold and release W until you get like until you're in a good position to actually climb the block, like this. It's kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, this 3rd one is really high up. Like, this 3rd one is a lot higher up, and there's a chance that it could just, like, fling you backwards. So, what you want to do is you want to back up to the edge, jump in place, and then at the peak of your jump, start holding W, and then jump right after that. You want to make sure you don't jump while you're climbing it, because I'm pretty sure you're just screwed if you do that. Anyway, hold W to the end here, jump and land on this 1 stud. Best strat for this is to just hold W and jump late, so you go under it, like, you usually go under the wall like that. Jumping into it and, like, trying to, like, flick in kind of doesn't work sometimes. It's kind of weird. Okay, so these conveyors are a little strange, because some of them, like, will kind of activate early, if that makes any sense. Like this is supposed to be a rightwards conveyor, but as you can see, I'm still going backwards. But once you step onto it, it goes like that. But this one why did I do that? And I kind of thought that was a rightward conveyor, but I don't know, I'm stupid. Anyway, you can escape this pretty easily. You just kind of do a little bit of this action, you just do a little bit of that action, you know? So I almost died. Anyway, I'm gonna probably just pause until I get out of this, and then if I give up, then... Oh well. I just realized that my screen has not been shaped correctly that whole time. How did that happen? So I kinda gave up on the lag high jump. Just because it was annoying me. So... It's also like 14 point something studs, so I don't even know if it's possible. But anyway, I didn't want to have to do this, but it kind of skips a section. I don't even know if it skips a checkpoint though. But an alternative is you could just dance clip out like this and land. Oh, okay. Well, I'd love if I were able to do it. Kind of forgot how... Oh, there we go. Okay. So an alternative is doing that, and that'll put you down here, and you get to the intersection. But basically, the only thing I kind of missed out on was just doing the conveyors. But yeah, that's what I was saying. Some of them activate early, some of them, it's kind of weird. But, yeah. And then this is just filler. The rest was filler. So, it's hardly even skipping anything, in my opinion. Anyway, moving on. So, this section's real fun. It's real fun because of the wedges over
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
The wedges are stupid. But here's what you do.
I come downstairs to
You gotta like...
wedges are stupid.
You gotta like...
That's pretty good.
So you gotta like inch yourself left and right like this. Very slightly, because this wedge does not have much width to it. But go about halfway down, and then do a head hitter. Sometimes it won't work, sometimes it'll do that. It's kind of weird. But just keep doing it until you get it. Go up here, land on this. And then another tightrope. It isn't too hard. You just kind of do the same thing. Pretty scary though, because I'm pretty sure you could just do the same dance clip thing if you fail, but I don't want to deal with that again. So yeah, I'll probably go over, probably come back and do that section, like the conveyor section that I skipped again. Anyway, back up a little bit and then just jump in place and your arms should hit the button. Don't jump right under it. Go like this. It's pretty simple. There's really nothing to explain here. It's just do the dang tightrope. Okay. Once you get back to this section, you don't have to go back across the wedges if you don't want to. You can just go like that. That's what I'd recommend. It's way easier that way. Over here. You can jump across the bottom ones if you want. Doesn't really matter either way. Anyway, now you're at the end of 7. You got one jump left over here. You just got to jump up and land on that half stud. And then you're on 8. So 8 is real fun. So, to explain this first button hunt section, I'll just let you know that this button right here it's not real. You don't do this section. You don't do that section. So don't do it. The button doesn't activate anything. Anyway, so you want to do this button first, because these transparent walls are button deactivators. If you have T-pose, use that. It makes this way easier. But if you don't, walk forward for everything. As counterintuitive as that may sound, it actually makes it easier. Just check back and make sure that like you still have the button pressed. But yeah, just do it the way I'm doing it right here. You don't have T-pose. You just want to be careful that your legs don't hit it on accident. There. And you scrape by having it. Next one you want to do, doesn't really matter. This one's really quick, but want to do this one, because this is, like, the only real unsafe one. So you just want to line up, like, the edges, and jump and land at a slight angle while holding W and D. And it jumps like this. You just gotta jump late. Button. Now, you're not done here yet. You don't go back yet. Flip. And get a little secret button over here. Now, you go back. Well, that is unfortunate. Is this possible? Probably is. I'll try it for a little bit, but I probably won't get it. I don't know why I keep falling in these soft blocks. I'm really bad at the game. Anyway, gonna pause, see if I can get out of this, and if I can't, we're just gonna be, because I don't really care. You know, I'll be damned, that is actually possible. So, you can actually escape that soft lock, which I didn't know that you could do that. So, I guess that makes this part free, because if you don't care about soft lock escapes, that is. Anyway, yeah, it deactivates all the buttons again, so you gotta do them all again. So I'm gonna do them until I get back to the white button. Yeah, and then just unpause. Alright, attempt 2 at this. This section sucks. You gotta jump really late on all of these. It's just, okay. It's really just that, like, white deactivated section that makes that so difficult. That part is so hard. Because this jump right here is so long for no reason. And then if you jump too early, you'll make it. And if you jump too late, you can walk off. So it's like a lose-lose. Anyway, this like sends you just into the kill brick. But it doesn't deactivate your buttons, so it doesn't really matter. And then you're done. And you get layer 2, which is a break floor. Woohoo! It's just a moving platform. But there's a few things I like to mention on this floor, though. And it happens over here. So you gotta get a button first, so you gotta lift the platform, take you over to the button. But yeah, I can explain. So, if you fall in that section on 8 that I fell in earlier, then you can, if you have like an item you can lag high jump with, you can just, I'm so done hearing that. You can just lag high jump out of it. By like doing it from the side and then shifting at the peak of your lag high jump. It's kind of difficult and annoying to get, but it's no big deal. Anyway, so walk to this, don't jump, walk. Now what? So the moving platform that goes here can be in 2 different ways, or like it'll be like it could be either far away or it'll be close. You have to jump to it when it's close, which is right here. Because what this platform does instead is it like inches this way, like inches, and then it goes back. And then, but when it goes back, it doesn't go back to the same spot that I just jumped to it on. It goes like farther out. And if you jump to it there, then you're gonna miss it because it's not possible. So just make sure that that you see, like, yeah, you can see it's like way farther now. So you gotta make sure like it does look like a loop around here before you jump onto it. But yeah, that floor's free. There's only those 2 things you need to know. Anyway, final part of floor 8. You get a speed section. This section you kind of just go for it. I like to do it diagonally. Just makes it easier for me. And then for this last one up here, I just skip it. Just go here. Wicked easy. Or not wicked easy, that part's actually really hard. I got kind of lucky, I think. But yeah, you just skip the last one. Makes it so much easier. Okay. You got another final speed section. You really don't have to go fast here. You could just take your time. You don't even need the speed for most of it. Anyway, floor 9. See, I didn't really expect to get here. It's kind of a... I didn't expect you to get here legit, actually. But, oh well, it is what it is. Anyway. Long jump to that quarter stud. Very, very long jump. Go here. here. Kind of big wraparound. Alright, and what you gotta do here is you gotta align these really small studs. So if you're on PC, just press the alignment keys and inch backwards and forward like that to try to get a better alignment. You just do this until you get them. And if you're on mobile, I pray for you, because they're not easy. Alright, and then you just jump to them. Try not to move your camera too much. Just like go into first person to like inch to like the edge of the stud and then just jump forward. Now what I like to do here is I like to turn sideways and just jump forward towards it. That jump is really hard, like really difficult. Like you can really easily slip off of that stud, so try not to do that. Get in this gap. I like to go like that for this jump. Just make it easier. Just makes it easier so you don't have to like jump and climb it. Walk around the back of it like that. Another tightrope that I like to do in ghost mode. As long as you have your mouse centered, then you can just hold right click and make sure your mouse stays on the edge. I like to rush that one. Makes it easy. Okay, this thing. So I like to go against the wall, turn a little bit out, go into ghost mode, and just walk to this. Now for this thing, so one thing that you can do is you can climb this little block right here, and you could just jump and like jump straight to this, but it's kind of unreliable because it like you have to climb down a little bit, and if you don't, you'll hit your head, I think. But it's possible you can do that. My strat for this thing is just get up to like the edge, walk forward, and turn only at the very end, like that, to climb it. Makes that super easy. Not really a problem. Climb that anyway. Okay. This part. So, if you have a placeable item, push this all the way and place it. And there's your marker for how far it goes. And then you can just push it and do the jump very easily. And if you don't have a marker, if you don't have anything to place down, get like a friend to like stand there and like push against the thing and just stand there. Makes them way easier. Anyway, 10.5 stud wrap to the left. You've got just a wrap. There's really nothing else to it. You just kind of do it. Anyway, taking back my station, and then you just gotta. Whoop. All right, and then if you don't care about softlock escapes, you've basically beaten the tower once you get here, because if you fall here, you can lag high jump up here. Makes it super easy. Anyway, so do that jump like that. Make sure you inch out enough. And then you got some little thin studs here. They're not too hard. Wrap out like that. You get some more thin studs. Just try to, since they're against the wall, you kind of got to use shift lock. Kind of forced to. Just make sure you're positioned on them good. That's really it. Like, just like every time you land on one, just like inch forward in like first person to like make sure you like inch on them. Like that. For this, just walk and hold W. Same thing for up here. Just okay. Just walk and hold W. But make sure you line it up sideways and then jump to this. And then for this, you just jump, and you go like that. Here, that. I'm flick before you're doing this head header, just so you don't get like head header. Because sometimes I just don't jump whenever if every time I do a head hitter like that, like if I don't flick off the wall, like I'll just walk off. It's kind of weird. This jump sucks. This jump is so bad. You gotta like turn out a little bit, and you gotta like jump and like stick yourself in the gap like that, like using W and A. It is such a bad jump. I hate that jump so much. Anyway, the darker yellow parts are not collidable. So just line them up, and you get one last long jump, and then you're on floor 10. So 10 is also pretty easy. You just kind of, it's all long jumps. If you land in this kill brick, you get teleported back to the start of the floor. But the outside part is considered a soft lock. So, yeah. This part right here, you can do a little skip here. If you hit this balloon, you can go on top of this and go here, and go straight to that part.
Hey, Sam. Hey, Juke.
But it's not too bad.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh.